Oh.
Oh,
Uh,
the
it's your boys.
boys.
Welcome back to Quick Sixer. It's your boys. Back again for the first time since the last time. Pat Artist, Drew Pasley. And Drew Pasley.
Dang, I'm the ghost. You know what I'm saying?
You're the ghost or fucking
I,
quick Sixer past, you know what I'm saying?
I come in every once in a blue moon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But he never has those blue moons, you know what I'm saying? So,
I got them
them
blue
green.
Stellas.
Ooh, we drinking that NA? Oh,
We're drinking that, and it is noon o'clock right here in Southern California, so I cannot get faded right now. So
you got shit to do. You got shit to do.
I got shit to do, so I'm doing them NAs, and this is a good excuse. I've never tried one,
Oh,
so
cool. I'm actually curious what they taste like. So hold on, save your profile.
okay.
As in Quick Sixer fashion, go ahead and hit a pick a 1 through 3 for me.
Go ahead and get that number 2. You know, I
Number
like to
2,
get the middle child.
that middle child. You know, you boys me pouring in that Lagunitas, that Lagunitas
Oh,
glass. You know that sponsor.
that's
Shout out
that good.
Lagunitas.
I got that Lagunitas shirt on.
I know. Shout out to Beer Fairs over there. So I'm gonna be drinking on that. It's called Rare Trait.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Rare Trait. It is an IPA. It's from Cerebral Brewing.
Hmm.
With my fucking lights in here, I can barely. So it's got Citra, Mosaic, El Dorado hops. It's 6.4. Obviously, Drew's is a 0.0. Yeah, Cerebral Brewing, Denver and Aurora, Colorado.
Mm.
Oh, you can't hear me good?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna boost this. Boost my fucking. Oh, that's weird. It's like it looks like it's like peaking on me.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
It sounds.
Maybe. What about now? Oh shit.
It
Is that better?
sounds a little better. Yeah.
What if I turn it up a little bit? No. What about now?
I think it's good. Yeah, it's
Okay.
just it's strange because like I have you turned up all the way on my computer,
Yeah.
but like when my notifications come in, it's like crazy loud. So I'm gonna do not disturb so I can
Okay. Do you think it's because of this new audio setting we tried?
maybe
Mm.
you want to switch it back to what you got, what you used to do.
Yeah. How about a? How about a? All right. What does it sound like now?
Yeah, that's better.
What about if I put? Let's try them all out. We're gonna do a little Zoom test. All right. Here's person. No, fuck that one. That one's asking me. Original sound for musicians. What if I put stereo audio? Is that better?
I mean, you sound great now. Like whatever you
Or-
did.
Okay. So the trick is put on original sound for musicians
Okay,
and click all three of those options. So high fidelity music mode, echo, and stereo.
okay,
That's
cool,
the trick.
nice.
Okay. Cool. All right. Yeah. I'm gonna crack this shit open. It says all the hops. It's pretty cool. It's a really pretty can once it's not in this, it's like green.
Mm-hmm.
So hold on. So what are we thinking?
Of this.
Yeah.
So I'm a little bummed out. They didn't have one in the cooler when I went to Bevmo to get them.
Oh,
So
you got that warm.
I had to do that Pat Artist trick where I
Oh, in the
put
freezer?
the wet paper towel in on the can or on the bottle and then in the freezer. Uh, it is awesome. I can't tell the difference. I mean, it tastes like a kind of like a warm beer right now, but I bet these two
Mm-hmm.
that are still with ice, I
Yeah,
bet they'll.
that'd be crispy. Here's
Yeah.
that classic IPA coloring, you
Oh,
know.
dang. That hazy looking, that grayscale looking.
Mm-hmm. So you boy. Oh yeah, gotta get this whole can in there. So just to
Gotta make sure you get that whole bit in
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Just so we're showing off the other options, repping these other breweries. This is Fractal Crush from Equilibrium. That was option one that Drew didn't pick.
Hmm.
Option two is Intergalactic Love, and this is from Abomination Brewing Company. So this one's cool. It has a cool art.
Nice.
Yeah. So shout out to those guys, but they didn't get picked. Anyways, um, as you guys have known, if you've been keeping up, well, keeping up with us. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do this pretty quick. Six beer, six topics. Go ahead and hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell if you want. And we try to post on the 6th, 12th, 18th, and 24th of the month for you, boy. Also, if you want, go check us out on all the gaming stuff. So Twitch, I just put up the first 40-minute gameplay of Skyrim VR, and
It's so funny to me that
mm,
you were finally playing Skyrim after me telling you how great it is this whole time. I was like, please. I mean, it has to be like 15 years now. I've told you to play Skyrim, and then you
yeah,
had to wait until you got it on VR,
yeah.
which you give me shit
So
about playing VR, and now here you are playing my old time favorite game and favorite game mode.
yeah. So is it your favorite? You think?
Oh, what, VR or Skyrim?
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
I want to talk about Skyrim VR and VR in general. That's gonna be our first topic.
if I'm talking about like hours of gameplay, I think
Hmm.
Skyrim has everybody else beat. Even
For
though I
you?
play battle royales, all that stuff
Yeah.
now, like I have played maybe at least six characters all the way through Skyrim
Holy
in
shit!
different
Really?
different ways. Yeah.
That's wild, dude.
Yeah.
Mm.
I get stuck doing the same thing too, and I'm just like, no, no, I gotta try and be a mage this time. I gotta try and be,
Oh,
but yeah, I think
I mean,
Skyrim's
that's
definitely,
pretty wild. That's your
yeah,
that's your most played game, you think? Probably what you probably got 600 hours in it, huh?
yeah, something. I don't even know how to check it because I've played it on multiple consoles,
Oh
different
wow.
discs, different downloads. It's a
Okay.
funny thing on Reddit about like the Skyrim subreddit is people are like, how many times have you purchased this game?
Yeah.
Because it's just like it gets lost, it gets something happens to it, but you play it like
Hmm.
for a long as I don't know. Still people are playing it. It's crazy.
Yeah. That's kind of like so I've started it twice and I've only gotten to where I'm at both times. I
Yeah.
started it regularly on a PS3, I think. And I mean you can go check my trophy list or whatever if you want, but and then VR. I just tried it in VR. Dude, VR, I know you've told me this for fucking ever to try this game out. All and specifically with the VR one when I told you I got it. You were like,
Yeah.
put that shit in. Dude, I thought I mean you play a lot of VR games like running gunners and stuff, running guns shit. I thought I was like, man, this is probably gonna be one of those ones where you warp to a location or you like, you warp 10 feet ahead so it doesn't do the nauseous thing. Nope.
No.
This shit is full fucking stick control. So you're running, you're literally running and jumping, and it's not as nauseating as I thought it was gonna be. And I think it
Yeah.
may be because there's constantly like you constantly see your arms and like whatever you're holding.
Yeah.
So I think there's like a I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just like it feels like you're not just moving in space because your arms are there. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what it could be. But I think
And
that's
are
what it
you
is.
sitting down when you're playing too?
Yeah, I was planning on sitting down on this one.
Yeah, that helps too because your body is like grounded instead of like
Hmm.
being like stand if you try and play it
Standing is
standing
fucked.
up,
Yeah.
you might I have to like when I play VR, I have to put a pad under my feet so I know that I'm gonna if I step off of it, I've gone
Too far.
too far. Uh
That's smart.
but that's fun that's interesting. Or do you have any kind of like immersion softener, like sometimes when you there's like motion vignetting that helps people without getting
Mm,
nauseous? Or is like when you go forward, is there a black circle that goes around the sides?
I don't think so, but
It'll show it
yeah, I
in
don't
the
think so. But I
it,
think on the video, if you go and watch the video, which is going to be up, I downloaded it. I'm going to put it on YouTube too, so you can probably see it if you're listening to this now. But I think there is a vignette around that, so it's kind of
it's
interesting.
possible. Yeah, it's possible that you do have it and you just your brain is telling, not noticing it,
Yeah, it might be in the
Uh,
goggles too. I'm not positive, but dude, it's some. Speaking of VR, just in general, dude, it is the Skyrim shit. The immersion of it was so much more than just playing, just regular, like on the regular playing Skyrim or whatever.
yeah,
Like being in it, I was like, fuck, I could actually probably play this, like, and get through it.
yeah.
But at the same time, I was like, man, that's gonna be a lot of hours. I'm gonna have to dig into this just to finish it. So I was like, it's definitely the probably the longest VR game that I own. I think because a lot of them are pretty short.
Mm.
What do you think?
Uh, Probably are you talking about like as far as gameplay goes, or like the
Yeah,
beating the main mission?
yeah,
Yeah.
probably 20.
Uh,
You got to probably at least 25 hours to beat the main quest or whatever, right?
yeah. It
At
might take a
least.
little bit longer too, just because it is so open world that like, yeah, you
Hmm.
have the map markers that show you like where you need to go, but
Yeah,
like shit happens to you along the way that kind of
yeah,
distracts you from, like if you were just like speed running it,
yeah,
maybe. I'm
yeah.
curious to know if anybody's ever done that speed run.
No, 100%. Um, damn, what did you just add? Didn't pop up. Oh, it popped up. No, it
Well,
didn't
that's
pop up.
cool though. I didn't
Um,
ask him.
you didn't?
Uh,
Oh, you
I
just
guess
looked
somebody
at it.
else did.
No.
But that's
Um,
cool. So how far? I guess I'll see it on the video. But how far did you get?
so I did the first 40 minutes of it. So I got through the opening thing, basically. So, where the dragon comes, the blows up the village, and then you have to like go through those
Yeah,
like the like tunnel basically to get out, and then you get to that first town. That's
yeah,
where I stopped. Like I
yeah,
went inside the dude the blacksmith dude's house,
yeah.
and the chick like his wife tried to like, trap me behind a chair, and I was like, fuck,
Mm-hmm.
it was
Mm-hmm.
scary. And then I was like, yeah, I'm done for now. So, but then I was like, fuck, that was kind of long. And then take the goggles off. It's like, 1 in the morning. I'm like, fuck, like didn't expect it to go that long. I thought it was like a 20-minute thing.
But that's what's funny to me is that is like that's the beginning of the game. So if that
Yeah.
took you 40 minutes, that's kind of crazy. Uh,
Well, it's like I had to figure out the button layout of like
yeah,
what I'm doing. Also, it was like moving. I couldn't move too fast because I was like, oh, you can get pretty dizzy. But I
yeah,
noticed one thing in it when I was like when I played the normal version, I'm pretty sure I missed a bunch of items like in the tunnel. But in VR you can see them, like you're fucking there. So I
yeah,
was like, oh, we got all these potions, all of this other shit. Like
yeah.
lock
Are
picking
and
was kind of interesting.
are you when you're picking up stuff, are you actually grabbing it or are you just pressing A on it?
You would kind of there's like a reticle or reticulate,
Yeah.
yeah, like where you look and then you have to get close to it, but then you press a button to pick it up.
Oh, okay.
But you
So,
can use the two controller things. So I'm assuming if I was using those, like the wand type of deals, like the hand, like for both hands,
oh,
I'm pretty sure I was using controller for this.
oh, I see, I see.
And because I just didn't feel I was playing a bunch of other shit with the wand things. I was like, I don't want to play this right now. I'll do it with a controller. So, but I'm think with if you play with those, you probably can reach and pick shit up, which is
Yeah,
pretty nuts.
yeah,
I don't
that's
know, man.
crazy. Yeah,
It's
I mean, it's the same. Like I was playing that Batman game that's on VR.
hmm
Um, and
Oculus exclusive, right?
I think so. And what was funny to me is like, all right, so it's similar experience. It's a game that we love that is now turned into VR, so it's like
Yeah.
everything is kind of exciting, but
Yeah.
then you just start seeing some really weird shit because it's just like it almost feels like technology isn't there yet, you
Mm.
know? And
Mm.
so like I would be doing like going down a path and Batman's hands, like his fingers are actually like articulating stuff. So like when I would go to a wall, they would like bend backwards and stuff, and it looked so
Oh,
weird.
I don't like that.
It was like bending all the way back to his hand. I'm like,
Ooh.
ugh.
Yee. No, thank you.
So there were, but actually, and I was very shocked at how well they translated the fight. You know how you fight in Batman, the
In the
Arkham
Arkham
games,
games? Yeah.
where it's just kind of like boom, 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 and then you kind of like redirect and you're on somebody
Yeah.
else. I didn't know how they were going to do that, but they found a way, and it was like really smooth. It
Nice.
didn't bother me.
Yeah. I've been trying to test my limits with it, with VR and like see what will get me to the nausea point.
Yeah.
And so I tried this game called Rush VR. So it's a game that's based on another game, I think. And it's basically what you're doing is you're doing like squirrel suit skydiving,
Yeah.
and you're like but it's a racing game. So you're racing people doing the squirrel suits through these rings, kind of like a pilot wings type of situation.
That's cool.
But you're fucking you're flying, bro. Like you're going
Yeah.
fast. And that thing's kind of nausea inducing a little bit, but by far the thing that I've done a bunch of these uh 360 like platformer type of games, like talking like Moss or like Down the Rabbit Hole.
Hmm.
So Alice in Wonderland one. It's pretty cool. But basically you kind of have to stand up for the most part with those because there's shit literally all around you and you're like moving, or even like Astrobot rescue mission where you're moving the person around all, and there's like secrets everywhere and stuff. Those are pretty cool. Those don't really get me nauseous at all. But dude, the thing that got me the most nauseous, like hands down, had to sit down. It was Iron Man VR, which
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure is a PlayStation exclusive, or at least was when it came out. Dude, all right, so you are Tony Stark, right?
Hmm.
And you're at your mansion. You're doing Iron Man shit. They're showing you how to shoot like the energy out of your hands and stuff. And they're like, all right, cool. Now we're gonna fly. And we're like, what? So the um you have like the wand things. You have to use the wands.
Yeah.
And basically you push them down and you fucking shoot straight up through the ceiling. And dude, when you're standing there and in the middle of the room and you do that shit, it is it drops your stomach. Like for real. It is
Yeah.
wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Dude, I think your volume just went out in one of my ear headphones on
Oh,
one
that's
side.
weird.
Yeah. Did you
What?
change anything? There you go.
Yeah. I was just messing with another setting.
Oh.
Dang, I'm
Yeah.
just testing things out in the middle of the podcast.
I
Like I
know.
don't.
I was like, what the hell is this? Got some mono in here? Anyway, anyways, we went too long on that shit. But is there any last thing I guess about VR? Is there anything that you've played that you're just like I don't think you can play anymore
Um,
because of that, because of the nausea issue, or like just it just is a fuck it makes you feel weird?
no, because I've gotten. It's like my brain has already gotten used to it because I play it so much. So
Yeah.
I think that I could almost do anything. Possibly not. The only thing that I don't think I could do is maybe like a car racing game.
Oh,
I don't know if they have those,
they
but
do.
I went to there was one battle royale game that introduced cars into the
Mm-hmm.
game, and I literally got in the passenger seat for 2 seconds, and I almost had to throw up.
Damn.
It's just like weird
Yeah.
mechanics.
There's one specifically for VR, Gran Turismo Sport,
Hmm.
and I mean you played a Gran Turismo game in the
Hmm.
it's like it is that, but you're in VR. I haven't tried it yet. I have it. I haven't tried it yet. But bro, I don't know. Now that you say that, fuck. I don't know.
You
There's
should.
this one game. There's a really good game. It's basically like a Guy Ritchie movie. It's called Blood and Truth, and
Mm.
it's fucking awesome. Anyway, oh shout out to this by the way. Shout out to uh shout out to Cerebral Brewing. This shit's kind of pretty fire. But yeah, that game. There's I don't know about you, but I don't like climb up ladders and shit in VR. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't either.
But there's this sequence. Let me take a sip.
Oh, damn. I've been talking too much.
I know. There's a sequence in it where there's this building that blows up, and you're inside of it on like the 13th floor or something,
Hmm.
and you start sliding, and you're like, shit, it's gonna pitch me off of this building, and eventually it does. It kicks you straight out of the building, so you're free falling, and you're like, you get caught by something, you live or whatever. But it is, dude, that moment, ooh, rough, rough for me.
I bet.
Yeah, but it's cool as fuck. It's really cool. But anyway, that's enough VR talk. We should move on, my friend.
Okay.
Um, what let's keep it. Let's keep it in the games realm for a sec. What have you been playing?
Um. Oh.
Oh,
I have been playing. So every now and then I'll pop back into Hogwarts.
oh, really,
Yeah, I want to do that. Um, just because I like flying around on the broom.
dude? Uh, It is. Have you beaten it yet?
No,
Okay.
I kind of like stopped halfway through, and then Catherine told me there was a mission I needed to do. She was
Okay.
like, "This is makes the whole game worth it." And I was like, "What is it? It's a side mission. It's like random." And it was like probably
Oh,
one of the most epic
the one
missions.
is the one in Hogsmeade,
Yeah.
the one in the
The
chest.
Yeah, I think so. It's what I'm talking about,
Yep.
the ladies store.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that
That
was
one's
crazy.
pretty gnarly. That's pretty crazy. Um, yeah, then that one's cool. I think that's probably the peak of that game.
Yeah.
Like no shit. It is, but it's cool. I have a friend that just platinumed it, and I was like, "Fuck, really? Did all that shit?" And so I'm like, "Damn, what would it take for me to do it?" And I looked at the trophies, and I'm like, I don't know, man. Like I'm like 60% done with most of like the find this shit for the trophy or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I did other games I've been playing. I got back into Rocket League again.
Ooh.
And what's funny, I I feel like I'm better than I was when I've been playing it, but it took me a while to get there, and I was playing like a week or so ago,
Yeah.
and something really toxic and interesting happened. So,
Mm.
this guy I was playing with, when you play Rocket League, there's two other players with you when you
Yeah.
play the classic mode, and you're playing 3v3. So, one of my teammates, I guess we thought alike, so we kept going for the ball at the same times. We kept
Hmm.
trying to do the same moves, and we always were running into each other the whole time.
Okay.
And he got uh,
Pissed off.
lit. He was mad. He was
Oh,
super
okay.
mad. So he got so mad that he decided for the rest of the game he wasn't going to play. He was going to ram me with his car. So he just literally was bumping me to where I couldn't move, I don't know how this was like some skilled like I didn't try to get away because I was like laughing at how mad this guy was,
Yeah.
but he kept like pushing me, pushing me, pushing me, and I was just like, this is ridiculous. And so I
Hmm.
kind of like lightly got away from him, and he'd do it again. Like so, he was like raging, right?
Yeah.
Uh, then the game ended. We lost because obviously he quit playing.
Yeah.
The next game, it paired us in different lobbies, and I mean, it paired us in different thing, and I destroyed him. He
Oh,
was
he's
playing on the opposite
super
team, and
pissed.
he quit like halfway through the game. He couldn't stand it. The rest of his team like stayed, and I beat them. But it was so fucking hilarious, and I was like, I really want to know how bad this guy has it, so you can like friend request people you recently played
Hmm.
with. So I went to friend request him.
Yeah.
I was already his friend somehow.
Oh.
And so when I hit the friend, now this is a weird fucking glitch, but when I
Yeah.
hit the like epic friend request, it
Yeah.
showed me his name.
Oh.
Like, so normally when you do the epic friend request, they have to both agree to it before
Yeah.
you
Yeah. You
can
can't.
see the
Yeah.
name. So I thought that I was friend requesting him, but I actually was epic friend requesting him, and it boom and it popped up and I saw his whole name, and I was
Hmm.
like, what?
Did you
I was
know?
like,
Do you know
I
him?
I didn't know him. It was just
Okay.
somebody that I had friended probably like years ago.
Yeah.
But I guess yeah, it was just weird. It was super
Fuck.
weird. Shout out to Jordan.
Oh shit.
Shout out to the homie Jordan.
Yeah, I guess so.
Hashtag Baby
Uh.
Yaga. That's his name. Oh, Baby Yaga looking at.
Fuck that dude. Did did you ever get around to playing Tears of the Kingdom?
I played a little bit more of it. Then I got off the island and played since the last time we spoke.
Hmm.
But I haven't. No, I mean I just if I'm not working, I'm playing Pop One or Apex or
Hmm.
Rocket League.
Hmm. Surprised Apex isn't in VR yet. Honestly.
Well, what's funny
Oh
is
shit.
it's Pop One is like Apex Legends, in VR, and
Yeah.
then that Contractors game is like Call of Duty in VR. So I
Yeah.
think like Meta is already doing that. They're trying to like
Mm.
mimic the
Yeah.
popular PS5 and Xbox and PC games.
Yeah. All right, cool. So for our remaining 10 minutes,
Hmm.
um, let's run through some shit. Well, I'll tell you what I've been playing real quick. So I've been trying to play through a lot of my VR um games that I haven't tried. But then I've also been playing this little guy. It's Analog Pocket, right?
Mm. Hmm.
This thing is well, look it up first of all. Like it's basically the Apple of Game Boys. I guess you could call it. If Apple made a Game Boy, that's what it is. And basically, what you can do is it has a micro SD slot in it, and you can load a billion ROMs on it, right? But also, it can play Game Boy and Game Boy Advance and Game Gear, like basically any handheld game natively. Like there is in the card slot, you can put it in. It's pretty fucking awesome. Um, but there's also a dock. So, with the dock, you can play it on your TV, right? And you pair any Bluetooth controller to it. And so I paired a controller to it, and I've been running through, and you can make save states and all sorts of shit. But it's really cool. Analog is also coming out with a thing called the Analog 3D, which is a 4K Nintendo 64. And
Oh yeah,
your boy has ordered it. It should
you
be
did
here
the
next.
pre-order thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It'll be here next month. Should. But anyway, so I've been playing that. I've been trying to run through like um, random games on like Super Nintendo or like Sega, like shit that there. And like it's region free, so you can you play whatever. It's
Uh-huh.
awesome. Me and your boy Connor, when Buddy came in town, and we were running through. We got a little faded. Well, I'm just gonna say that first. We got a little faded.
Trust me, I know this.
Your boy was on one. So we stayed up and we were playing. till legit until like 2 in the morning. Maybe a little after. But we found this game called Fat Man. Go ahead and look that up if you are interested in the most obscure Japanese fighting game you'll ever fucking see in your life.
That's so
It is
funny.
so goddamn hard. Like it is the hardest game I've ever touched. Like, and you know how most fighting games there's like oh 1, 2, 3 fight. It's like there's no fucking countdown. You're just
Yeah,
getting beat in the face immediately, and it is awful. It is an awful game. Anyway,
that's
so I've been
funny.
running through that kind of stuff, but I've been thinking about going back to random like PS4 games like God
Mm,
of War I never finished, stuff like that. And been just like playing around in the PS5 stuff. Like I've tested out most of these like PlayStation Plus games that come out. Like I
hmm
don't know if you saw, but Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League came out on there last month.
mm.
Not good, bro. The reviews were correct. All right. And this month, which you should play, is Jedi Survivor is going to be on there for the premium tier. It comes out I think in tomorrow or something. And you would like the game. It's the follow up to Jedi Fallen Order.
Cool.
It's hard as fuck, but it's pretty cool. Anyways, been playing that stuff. Also played Skater XL
Mm,
recently. Pretty cool. Very similar to Session
yeah.
with stick control. Platinum that game in
hmm
2 days.
Mm.
It was pretty fucked. There's a thing in there where it's like literally the goal is supposed to be like skate enough to where you'd skate around the world. And I'm like, fuck no, there's no way anyone's done this in real time because it would take you like 1,000 hours or something. And sure enough, there's a glitch on there where you can get it in 10 minutes. So I was like, fuck yeah. So did that.
That's funny.
Um, but yeah, so I'm gonna. That's basically what I've been playing. You
That's
were gonna write a topic in here. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, what do you think about this advancement, this AI stuff?
Ooh, pretty scary, but also pretty cool.
Yeah,
Um, pretty cool, pretty scary. All pretty insane stuff, I think.
yeah.
But uh,
Have you been using it?
not as much as I should. I gotta be
Yeah.
honest. My brother-in-law
Mm.
keeps telling me that this shit is the
Big pimping.
future, Big Pippin. And
Mm.
yeah, actually, shout out to Wayne. He's he's sending me a lot of cool shit. So we're gonna be able to take this fucking rodeo on the road if we want pretty soon. I'll tell you in a few minutes. But
Okay.
yeah, actually, we should go for another. Yeah, I'll text you in a sec. I'll text you what I was about to say. But yeah,
That's
is
what's I'll say, uh, like the way that I've been using AI, uh, it's scary how like more productive I am with stuff,
yeah,
and I'm like doing things that I couldn't do before. And like
mm,
one of the things is just like updating a website and something doesn't work well, so I have to like look
yeah.
at putting a code in the back end of it. I don't know how to code,
No,
but
fuck
AI
no.
does.
It does. It does. Actually, I was recently in a job where I had to put out this thing every month that was basically I had to learn HTML and I was like I'd never learn HTML. I'm like what the fuck?
Yeah.
But I had to learn it a little bit for that and it was awful. But I should have used AI for that more.
Yeah.
Ended up using it but not enough.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's the thing that I would say about people who are like they don't know why AI doesn't work for them. I would say it's probably because you don't know what to ask. because like if
Yeah.
you don't know how to describe something, that's the thing about like coding. Like I wouldn't be able to code an entire app or a program.
No. No,
You would
no, no.
have to have some kind of base knowledge to be able to be like, okay, I need this to flux capacitor. Look at, like
Yeah.
I don't know, you don't know all those things, but if you're using it to benefit what you already do,
Hmm.
it's a game changer.
Yeah, I know. It's all about the prompt. It's hard as fuck to figure out what the prompt is, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna write your topic in here. Um,
Yeah, because this passive income thing is something that
is
I
very
keeps
interesting.
it's
Yeah.
very interesting. It keeps popping up, but it's also like everything that pops up on my feed about like passive use AI to get passive income is
Hmm.
so scammy feeling.
Right?
And
It's
it's
very
like,
pyramid scheme. It's
yeah, it's
very,
like
yeah.
feels weird, but what I think that they're doing is they're taking advantage of something that is actually like a possibility. So I've been thinking
Yeah.
about doing some more research and seeing like if I could do it, if there's a genuine way
Mm.
that I could like enhance my, skill set
Overall.
to
Yeah.
get some passive income.
Yeah.
Um, just a thought.
Uh, yeah, I know it's a thought. You definitely keep that in mind. I keep getting this. We must be getting the same fucking ads, bro, because I'm getting that shit too.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I don't know. I don't know how AI. It definitely. If you're not on it, get on it. I think is basically the advice right now, right? Like
Hmm.
figure out where you fit in on that AI
Oh,
workload.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, but we're gonna pick this up in just a sec. We out.
Wait.
You're about to get that. I'm curious how the second NA is gonna feel for you.
I think it's gonna feel the same exact way. I still got
Yeah.
the paper towels on it to keep it cold.
Ooh, see, look at you.
Um, would be really funny if like my brain tells me I'm tipsy,
That would be great.
even though
I would love that.
even though I'm not, drinking any alcohol.
Yeah. How's that Stelly hugger working for you?
It's the best gift I ever got.
Mm, it's so pretty.
But I feel
Um,
so bad about ruining that gift too, because I was like, no, let's just get a big beer.
what?
Like, come on.
What are you
When you
saying? Like,
gave this to me, I remember you when we were in Memphis and you were trying to get me to get a 6 pack so we could use it.
oh yeah, yeah.
So I could use it. And I was like, nah, let's just get a big beer.
Nah, it's cool. It's all good. It's all good. Dude, that was a fun day. Um,
Dude, I still think about that day sometimes and like I don't know how you were able to put that many things into one day. Like all
yeah,
of those things felt like they should have been one day each.
yeah. Meg tells me that a lot. Like, but she's always like, you try to fit everything into the same day, and I'm like, yeah, well,
Yeah.
I do try to do that, but it is what it is. Speaking of, bro, oh man, I'm so excited today. I mean, as of recording this today, I am going. Me and Meg are going out to dinner because, dude, fuck doing. Let's do this. Okay,
Hmm.
uh, fake holidays is going to
Ooh.
be this next topic, right?
Hmm.
Um, what, dude? What holidays do you think are just like? I think. All right, sorry. All right, let me start over. Okay, I got all
Let's start, let's start,
flustered.
start, start.
I,
You're
I
flustered.
got I got flustered real quick. Um, so me and Meg purposely do not do anything on like Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, like those type of holidays, right?
Right.
I mean, Father's Day, all those because restaurants charge more for their Valentine's Day special or whatever, or their you have to get like crazy. It's just insane driving.
Yeah.
Also, restaurants are packed. It's a bad experience.
Yeah.
Do you guys do anything? I guess that's my thing. It's like we don't do anything. We usually will do it like the day after. Like we're gonna go get
Yeah.
some ramen Black Dynasty ramen inside of Bearded Iris. In ooh, I'm so excited, dude. So fucking excited. You have no idea.
So that it's funny that you're bringing this up because Catherine and I are doing the same exact thing.
See?
We didn't do anything yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and we're gonna do we're gonna go to dinner. And our big like our tradition is we get oysters. That's like
Ooh.
a delicacy for us.
Mm.
Um,
'Cause I know what
so
you're trying to do. You know what
damn.
I'm
So
saying?
so
Mm.
we're gonna do that, and yeah, I
That's
feel
cool.
you though. I feel like there's no reason to go to a restaurant on Valentine's Day and have to pay for the Valentine's menu,
Mm-hmm.
all this stuff. We tried that. I think it was last year, or we were doing some other
Mm-hmm.
holiday, and we just got completely burned. Like the
Right?
waitress forgot about us because it was so busy. Like
Mm-hmm.
the menu was like, it's like
Limited.
100
Mm-hmm.
something a plate or 100
Yeah.
something a
Fuck that.
person for this,
No way.
and
Fuck that
everything
shit.
was kind of like mediocre. So it's
Yeah.
just like,
That's bullshit, bro. It's
yeah. I'll tell you something else that happened to me that really pissed me off.
what?
Speaking of holidays, um, I did something kind of cliche. I wanted wings on Super Bowl. I wanted hot
Ooh.
wings on Super Bowl, and
Bro, I gotta tell you. All right, all right. Keep going.
so
Keep going. Keep going.
so I usually get Wingstop because it's close and I just
Mm-hmm.
order it and it
Mm-hmm.
comes. It's fine.
Yeah.
But I've been kind of getting tired of their wings and I wanted to try somewhere else. So I decided to go Buffalo Wild Wings. And the
Oh,
closest
okay.
one to us is the one in Pasadena.
Yep.
So I did the order. It was like maybe 45 minutes before the game started.
Okay.
So I was like, maybe it won't be that crazy, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I get the order goes in, and like an hour later, I've noticed that my driver has changed 3 times.
Oh.
I was like, what the hell is happening? I noticed that they're still waiting on the order an hour and a half later.
Mm-hmm.
I see that they're still waiting on the order 2 hours later, and I'm like, what is happening?
Ew. Okay.
So I texted the driver that
The
the
current
next
driver.
driver,
Yeah.
and they were like, there's some kind of bacchanal going on at the Buffalo Wild Wings.
What?
Dude, everybody was at Buffalo Wild Wings for the Super Bowl. It was like a hot spot to watch the Super Bowl.
Bacchanali.
Yeah, he said bacchanal. He said there's like 50 DoorDash and couriers or whatever waiting
Oh.
outside for different order menus.
Oh
So
shit.
that person was like one of 50. Uh,
Ew.
the whole store is filled with people watching the Super Bowl, getting, I don't know, I
Fuck
guess there was like
that.
a Super Bowl special.
There's gotta
Um,
be, dude.
so
That's
we
insane.
and I realized this, but so there's another wings place I like, Hot Wings Cafe. They actually closed their online stuff on that day, and so that
Smart.
should have been my hint. I
Yeah.
was like, I probably should have taken that
Yeah.
as like a hint. I should do something
Mm-hmm.
else.
Mm-hmm.
So I was real frustrated. I didn't get wings that day. I had to cancel the order
Mm.
because after 3 hours, I'm starving. I don't
Yeah.
have wings. I'm pissed off.
Jeez.
I was watching the halftime show, pissed off.
Oh my god. Dude. All right. So we're gonna not you, but we're gonna talk about the halftime show in the next episode. So stay tuned to that. That's already been predetermined. 'Cause,
Okay.
our boy Adam has some words about it, I
Oh,
think.
dang.
But I don't know if they're good or bad. I'm not positive. But a little preview, I guess, for that is I thought it was a good show, but I've seen more entertaining halftime shows.
Mm.
And I've seen Kendrick live. Like I've seen him. I bought very good seats. Saw him live. Amazing show. Amazing. Like the set work. There's like there's shit going on. His live show was more entertaining than the show that I saw on my TV.
Mm,
But that could be a bunch of factors. I was there in person, the whole thing. Um, but yeah, that's my like I had little spiel on it. But I thought all in all, good show.
yeah.
Um,
I just definitely, and I won't talk about the show since y'all are going to be talking about it, but the
mhm.
aftermath was really interesting to me.
Yeah.
And hearing, it's like seeing, because only thing I'll say is I thought it was good. I
Mhm.
saw the different dynamics, the deepness of it,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
It's
this is
something
crazy.
else.
Like the presence actually there, and this is happening.
Yeah, it's
And
pretty cool.
and so then I go and I was curious. I wanted to see what people on Facebook are saying, and all like
Hmm.
half of my Facebook is people from my hometown, older
Yeah.
white people,
Hmm.
and they were just like they couldn't stand it. And then
Yeah.
all my other friends were just like,
This shit's amazing.
I can't believe he said that. I can't believe he did this. I can't, you know what?
Dude,
And I was like,
the
this is
fact
wild.
that he said Drake's name is fucking crazy. But I'm gonna say my thought on that. I'm gonna say my thought. That's insane. Like crazy,
Let's get
crazy.
down. Yeah, let's
Bruh, go
get
kill yourself. Like it's
down.
bad. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, is let me tell you about our situation. So we had a similar um situation for Super Bowl. I
Mhm.
was like, how they're always talking about, oh, the big game. I was like
Yeah.
fucking with Meg the whole weekend. I'm like, oh man, we're gonna do some fun shit for the big game, and the whole time. And our idea was, instead of like ordering in because it was gonna take forever, like what happened to
Uh,
you, we
uh-huh.
went to the store and bought all the snacks. Like all of
Yeah.
the foods. So we had mozzarella sticks, we had mini corn dogs, we had uh nuggies, we had
Dang, gotta get it
fucking
ready.
buffalo chicken dip. We had, it was fire.
Yeah.
Safe to say nobody was getting lucky that night. It was bad, but I
Oh.
mean,
Uh-huh.
but good food wise, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So that was fun. And yeah, it worked out, but dude, we ate entirely too much. Like it was way too much.
Yeah.
But awesome though. Gotta keep that in mind. Really rad. And I ended up only having. It just kind of shocked me. I only had like 3 beers the whole night. I was like, this is very few for
Yeah.
the big game.
I mean, yeah, that is.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know, bruh. Um, I want to go back to what actually Thursday. Here we go. Go back to an older topic we did a while ago. I don't know if you were on it, but have you seen that Google Maps and Apple Maps have changed the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America?
Uh, I did. Yeah, I
How
did see that.
wild is that bullshit? I mean, I don't want to get into all this shit that's crazy right now, but like
That is pretty
the
crazy.
fact that they caved and actually did it is wild to me.
Yeah.
Like, you bunch of pussies. Like, you kidding me?
D Z. Call him
I
out.
say that I say that
Call him
as
out.
I'm talking like through a Mac Mini to you. Like, but anyway, I don't know.
Oh
Just
my
a
gosh.
thought. Just a thought. You could have
Yeah.
had some sack on that one, guys.
Yeah, it's kind of wild what everybody is what I guess what the state of the country
Hmm.
is.
Yeah, it's
It's
pretty
just
insane.
like I mean even if you don't think about politics, it's just like it's just a interesting time. It's like a
Yeah,
really
it's weird.
and you
You,
know what?
you,
The one thing that we hadn't even talked about, speaking of
mm.
interesting, is the fires out here.
uh, I think me and Adam talked about him a little bit, but
Y'all didn't
yeah,
live
we should
through
talk. I know.
them. Y'all
But
don't even
yeah,
know my
no,
story.
I do want to know your story. Do you want the whole world to know your story? But
Yeah, that's crazy.
okay. Um, I mean, I know you got displaced for a sec.
Mhm.
Knock on wood. Thank God you got your house still.
I won't tell the whole story, but I will say this:
Yeah,
it
let's do a
is
quick one.
wild seeing a whole mountain range on fire in front of your eyes in real life.
Yeah, I've only
It
seen it
is the
one time.
most surreal. dude, it is the most surreal thing. It's like you can't. I've been around big fires before,
Hmm.
but this is like a
It's
whole
different.
landscape is
Yeah.
on fire.
In 2013, I think, I was in Vegas
Mhm.
when those Vegas hills were on fire and got to see that from our we were in the palms and really high up on the floor levels, and you could see that just happening.
Yeah.
Like and I mean, people died and shit in that, like just like I'm sure the LA ones, but I know what you're saying. It is that was, way far away from where we live. So it wasn't scary necessarily for us, but it was wild to watch. Like you're just like, holy shit, dude. Like, do you guys see this? Like it's pretty insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
but I mean, you guys had well, how long were you out of your house? For a week?
Yeah, about a little under a week, and then we didn't get power back until maybe like a couple, like we got back on a maybe Saturday or something,
Mm-hmm.
and we didn't get power back until like that Tuesday or
Oh
yeah,
wow.
something like that.
You guys bring all your food and shit from your fridge to Catherine's aunt?
Yeah, actually, that's not true. So we did not get a chance to do that. We when we left,
Mm-hmm.
we took our birth certificates and a change of
It was
clothes.
that fast.
Yeah. It was like, and what's crazy is we didn't get an alert. The fire actually started a mile away from my house, like
Oh
probably less
wow.
than that. And my mom actually texted me because it was like high winds. It was weird.
Yeah, yeah.
The
I was
power
hitting
had
up
gone out.
when I hit you up. I was hitting up a few other people too.
Yeah.
So I was like,
But
hey.
yeah, it was crazy. And then the fire in Altadena started and we didn't get a notification or anything. And then my mom texted me and she was like, "New fire
Mm-hmm.
in Altadena. Is that close to you?" And I was like, yeah, actually it is."
That's where I live.
And so I looked out the window. It was dark by
Hmm.
that time, and we saw the flames out, like literally like from our front porch. We could see the flames over there, and I was
That's
like, "That is
crazy, dude.
crazy." And so then we started realizing what all we could do with like the evacuation notices and stuff
Hmm.
like that,
Hmm.
downloading these apps. We did
Yeah.
that, and by the time we did that, we were in an evacuation warning, but not a
Mm.
mandate. And I was just like, we should just go. We should just go.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
flames had already moved up towards the mountain.
Oh fuck.
And by the time like we did not get the evacuation notice, but by the time
Hmm.
we got down the road, the whole
Yeah.
mountain was engulfed.
Fuck.
It was like moving so quick because of the winds.
Yeah.
85 mile
Um.
per hour winds, just like,
Insane, bro.
yeah, it's so
Insane.
crazy.
Um. Yeah. I was kind of tripping like when all that shit was happening. I was like, oh wow. You know what? The one that really caught me off guard though was the Runyon Canyon one. It's like
Mm,
holy shit. Like this could be really really bad.
yeah,
Um. Because if that went further down, you're talking about like burning down all of Hollywood, like
yeah.
the whole thing. Like, which all those old ass buildings, they're all tinder boxes, bro. Like that would have been so fast. But
It was definitely lucky that that fire started when the winds weren't bad, so the helicopters could get in.
yeah, because if it didn't, dude, it would have been a way worse scenario, I think.
Yeah.
But that one in particular was like, holy shit. I think
No,
that when that one started, that's when I texted all you guys. I'm like,
I'll
yo.
I'll say the craziest thing that happened around that time. Like
Hmm.
I know people's houses burned. That's sad, but the craziest thing was all the homeless people starting fires. Like
Yeah,
literally all over town, they were
pretty
just like
wild.
they were just going around, little arsonists, just
They're like, fuck this place.
yeah.
Yeah.
Every single part of LA, you just saw like clips of homeless people like throwing fire on things, and I was just like, I was like, what do they think? Is it's our chance? Like,
Yeah, it's pretty insane, dude.
yeah,
It really is. Um, but yeah, I
so
don't know.
crazy.
You have anything else you want to say about it before we
Um,
move on to our last and final topic?
that was cool. it was cool that something cool came out of it. I was able to do that thing for CBS
Hmm.
that aired on the Grammys and like
Very
primetime
cool.
network television. I was like, damn,
Yeah.
this is like the biggest thing I've ever done, and I got to tell that musician story, and I was like, oh, this is pretty cool.
Do you have a link for it? We'll put it in the description
I
if you
don't.
have one.
It's on Paramount Plus, and it's just like inside the 57th Grammys is the program. I don't I don't know how to
Okay.
link to Paramount Plus though.
Okay.
I don't know. Like they have YouTube links for their
What's it called?
inside the
You just text it to me.
57th Grammys.
I'll text it to you. Inside the Grammys. So I'll just there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try to find it. But yeah, we should move on to our final topic because I don't want to take you too long, you know?
Go.
Um, fuck. What is what is that? Cities six. Okay. Just trying to do some quick maths.
Oh damn. You
Yeah.
doing some there?
Yeah. Um, damn, bro. I hate it when people say a lot. I really do.
Oh.
I know. I know. Anyway, we're gonna talk about a lot of streaming shit in the next episode, so I'm not gonna do that. Might even have to do it on StreamYard because StreamYard doesn't limit us. Thank you, Zoom. Actually, that Zoom limit's gonna be gone pretty soon, thanks to this new gig I may have.
Oh gee.
Yeah, Sam. Actually, shout out to Stella for that NA beer. Drew seems to like it, and
Hmm.
shout out to Cerebral Brewing. But can you tell the difference? Like, what do you think about the Stella thing, real quick?
Um, it's weird. I know that it's not real, but my head is kind of buzzing a little bit. But it doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like a tipsy feeling.
Hmm. It's just tricking it. Like you
Yeah,
drink these normally,
yeah.
man.
Because this is like I think I don't drink as much as I used to, but if I do drink, I'll probably have like three
Yeah,
beers. And so, or this is I'm at 1.5 right now, and that's usually like
where
I'll start to
you
feel it a little
feeling
bit.
feeling good? Yeah, yeah.
But
Uh,
yeah.
oh, yeah. No, that makes sense. Um, dude, I think the last. I don't want to do a little things because I feel like the fires thing was a kind of a little things. Like you're happy that it's fucking gone. You have your house
Mhm.
still and shit like that. But yeah, me and Drew haven't done an episode in a minute, so I think we should probably do. Man, no, we shouldn't do that. We shouldn't do that. I was thinking we should go over some old topics that we've done before and see how they've evolved. Um, but since we kind of stuck it on gaming for this episode for the most part, let's keep it on there to end it. Have you seen this Switch 2 review?
No.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Okay, well, go ahead and take a look at that. I guess we won't talk about that in this episode. We'll talk about it in the future, in sometime in March. You'll hear an episode with that.
Well, I mean, I feel like you should go ahead and bring it up because I literally was gonna ask you about it.
Oh, okay. Well,
So we should
I'll
just talk
I'll give
about
you
it.
my initial thoughts.
All
So,
right.
um, the only thing they've shown is a 10-second glimpse of a new Mario Kart,
Mm-hmm.
and they haven't named it yet. They haven't said it's Mario Kart 9 or anything. There is, according to patent leaks, there is a mouse functionality with the new Joy Cons, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Um, and everyone's saying it's about as powerful or close to as powerful as a PS4 Pro, which is pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And considering, I think this should be a topic. Actually, we're going to transition into this next thing. Um, but I don't know, man. It's it looks cool. It's just it's not gonna break the mold on anything. It's kind of like what you expect a Switch 2 to be called. The interesting thing is, besides Switch 2, Nintendo has barely ever done a direct sequel. Um, Rare cases like Super Nintendo,
Mm-hmm.
DS, right
Yeah.
there. They usually after a very successful thing, they usually do something fucking weird. So, um, so the fact that they called it Switch 2 is very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Are you watching the reveal trailer right now?
Yeah, I have seen this before.
Okay.
I thought that you meant like there was release notes on stuff.
No, no. Well, there's the random shit. So like the mouse thing is pretty much confirmed. There's a patent leak about it, and yeah. So there's that. There's also like a bunch of weird sensors and shit. It's magnetic how it claps on instead of the
I like
rails.
that.
Yeah. Um. There's a whole bunch of other random shit about it. Apparently you can turn it upside down depending on which end you want the headphone port to go out of. So you can take the Joy-Con off and just slap them on the other sides. It's kind of
Mm.
interesting. Um, Everyone's saying that it's probably going to dock at 4K or up to 4K, which a Mario in 4K is just sounds insane to me.
Yeah.
But what I really want to talk about leading into this, thinking about a PS or a new Switch, is I don't think this generation of gaming, so PS5, Xbox Series, and shit like that, I don't
Mm-hmm.
think it's barely pulled its weight so far. Like almost everything that's been released in the last 4 years since this thing's been out, almost five, they've released it on a PS4 and an Xbox One.
Mm.
So it's like there's very little in the realm of it being worth paying $500 for one of these things.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Yeah. Um, I agree. Especially from my experience of like people like me who are just kind of normal, they'll play like
Hmm.
a game or two and just that's the games that you play.
Yeah,
It's not it's not worth it.
yeah. So it's not like for me, I like to jump around on the the PlayStation Plus selection, like I said earlier. But it's like I don't, I don't. Most of the stuff I've played is available on the last generation of console. So it's like we're diving pretty closely to like just PC gaming at this point. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of it's interesting, but it's like I don't know where it's gonna go. Everything I keep hearing is like this is the last generation that's even gonna have a disk drive.
Mm-hmm.
Um, People are saying that the Switch 2 might be the last console that has um physical media like that you can use
Yeah.
with their cards. Um, so I'm like, I don't know, dude. I think being playing games my whole life, I think we're at a point where like they've kind of unless it's something drastically different, like crazy good VR or like some shit like that. Like I think we've hit like a kind of a stopping point of like where things are gonna be.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, fucking streaming over the cloud is damn near good, like great now, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm kind of like I'm in a weird place with it. Like with I guess where I'm at. This is what I'm trying to say is picking up my PS5 controller. I'm like, this is a cool console. It looks great. I don't see what it's doing better than the last one.
Yeah. The only thing that I'll say against like arguing against that is I can I can get into a game quicker with a
There's
PS5.
that. There's that. Um,
And if you're like
Load times
addicted
are
to a game,
yeah,
it could be a game
like 10
changer for
minutes.
you. Just
Yeah.
because like I could literally boot up my PS5 and be playing a game within the minute, you know?
Yeah, there's that. I think that's the only thing. Honestly, is like load times, jumping into a game is faster. I think that's it.
No.
But I'll argue against you with that too. I, dude, you know what I've been playing a lot lately? My
What?
64. Like, cause I
Yeah.
love a 64 game. But jumping in on that, you just flip the switch and you're playing, dude. So it's like we went from no load times to a bunch of load times to like slower load times to no load times again.
Yeah.
Kind of. It's really weird. But anyway, that's all I really had to say about it. It's just I don't see besides like it being prettier and running better. There's maybe people talk about the killer app or whatever. I don't know if we've seen that yet for this generation.
Mm.
But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Leave it in the comments. I don't give a fuck. But
Dang.
but anyways, if you have anything else to say, I think we can end it there, Drew.
That's it for me.
All right. Well, I appreciate it if you made it this far with your boys. We'll be back again before you know it. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe, hit the notifications, all that stuff. Help us out. Leave some comments if you will hate everything we just talked about. And it's your boys. We out.